This is a really cool interactive website, traveloregon.com. On the phone, we have Judiaann Woo. She is with traveloregon.com. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you.
Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Now, what a great idea as far as just, I love the interactiveness of the website. Again, it's traveloregon.com. And, you know, Salem, Eugene, Bend, Medford, Ashland, of course, Portland. There's a lot going on in Oregon. And there's a lot of places that maybe people aren't even thinking of, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, most people know about Portland, especially when we're talking about food and drink. There's so much going on right now, the buzz of the food scene. But I think what we'd like to do is tell people that there's exciting culinary opportunities throughout the whole state. I mean, we think about where those ingredients come from that these Portland chefs are using. And those ingredients, more often than not, are just all local. We're very much into local cuisine. I know that's kind of everywhere now, but I feel like in Oregon they've been doing it. It's just the lifestyle. It's always been done that way.
Where do you live in Oregon?
I currently live in Portland, yes.
No, just think about
Portlandia?
Yeah, Portlandia.
Portlandia, exactly.
We were just talking about the show. Do you enjoy the show, or are you kind of annoyed by the show?
Oh, I love the show. I know that some people might find it annoying, but really, if you know anything about Portland, it's quite hilarious because everything is true.
Right.
There's an element of truth, and I think some people don't want to look in the mirror and see that there's truth. But absolutely, that's what I find so funny is there's at the core it's you know Carrie and Fred Armisen. They actually live here in Portland, and you see them around town. And
oh, is that right?
They're writing from their own experience. Yes.
That's very cool. One thing I noticed, and I've been to Portland twice, and it's so damn clean. You know, like you could be downtown, and
right.
And it's just a pretty clean city. I mean, obviously there's a lot of effort made to just keep it tidy, huh?
Right. I mean, a green lifestyle is very much a part of the Oregon ethos. I mean, we really promote that. We live it. We want to have it nice. That's part of the reason why people move to Portland if they weren't born and bred here. You know, it's also one of the it always comes up as one of the most livable cities in the country, and part of that is it's the most bike-friendly city in the country is too. And I think that, you know, when you're riding to work and you become much more conscientious of the environment and garbage and, you know, how much emissions you're putting out. So people, it's part of the lifestyle here, I'd have to say. That and eating and drinking well, I would say.
Yeah.
That's the second priority.
Who doesn't want to do that? So you have some cool travel options to tell us about, right?
Right. Well, we put out a culinary newsletter to everyone who subscribes, and it's not all the time, but it's giving people regular ideas of kind of off the beaten track adventures that they can have, and you can sign up at traveloregon.com. This month we're highlighting a road trip to Independence, you know, for 4th of July weekend. But there's a town called Independence, about an hour south of Portland, and this used to be known as the hop capital of the world, and now they're growing hops everywhere. But part of the reason why Oregon is so well known for its beers and why the beers are so good is because the hops are so good. And you can go visit a hop farm there. They also have a lot of lavender farms in Oregon. I don't know if people are aware of that, but this is lavender that you can cook with, culinary lavender, as well as lavender for cosmetic, you know, products and stuff like that. But it's really a fun place to go visit.
Yeah,
I often recommend when people are coming to town to go visit the farms because the food is just so much more exciting when you go and see where it's grown.
We got a Judiaann Woo here. She is from traveloregon.com, interactive website that makes you want to book your trip like yesterday. You know, one thing that you guys have in common with us here is world-class wines. I mean, talk about some of the wine destinations in your state.
Well, the Willamette Valley is kind of well known for its wines. It's some of the most award-winning wines come out of as far as Oregon grapes. The Oregon Pinot Noir is. There was that movie. I don't know if you saw that. What was that movie? Sideways.
Sure. Yeah, Sideways was filmed just about an hour south of us.
Heard of that a time or two.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the quest for Oregon Pinot Noir, but Oregon has so many other different varieties, and now they're growing some really fantastic wines in Southern Oregon as well. And we have lots of tasting rooms, and people can stay in wine country, stay at a beautiful inn in a spa there, and then go explore wine country. And the tasting rooms are fantastic. And they have almost all the tasting rooms in Oregon have food as well, so you can really hang out, you can picnic, you can make a real afternoon of it. They also have tours, so you don't have to worry about driving around. And people also often do bicycle tours around so you kind of, work up an appetite and
Yeah.
and you go around because they're close enough that you can bike around and see the tours. So I highly recommend that as well.
Now, keeping with the beverage conversation, I see here Stein Distillery. They make some great whiskey. Talk about Stein for a second.
Right, they're way out in Joseph, Oregon, which if you haven't been, it's worth a trek. It's tucked away in this mountain town near the Wallowas, and it's so beautiful there, especially I would say any time of the year. It's really, really stunning. But it's for skiing. If you love skiing but you don't want to stand in line, that's the place to go.
Oh,
skiing is incredible, but it's not as populated, so you don't have as many people going there. But yes, the distillery there, they're bottling bourbon and whiskey using all local ingredients, local rye, whiskeys, and vodka. They're also doing cordials using blackberries, raspberries, rhubarb. This is all stuff that's grown locally. But Oregon, the whole micro distillery thing is just booming in the whole state. In fact, Portland has more micro distilleries than any other city in the country.
Well, I'm not surprised, because if you think about it, it was Portland who was on the cutting edge of the microbreweries, 8 to 10 years ago, and now distilling is a huge thing. As Judy, and we got a ton of wineries up here, and one of the big things, microbrews are becoming huge in San Luis Obispo and even Paso Robles, but also a lot of the wineries, because a distillery can't sell their product direct to a consumer. Like Jack Daniel's just can't sell to a consumer in a tasting room. But when you're a winery, you kind of got grandfathered in, so a lot of these people can go up there, buy, say, refined vodka from Paso Robles and get it right from the tasting room. So it's a very unique opportunity. We'll talk about some of the other kind of off the beaten path places in Oregon. We got about a minute left, and give someone, tease somebody with maybe like an off the beaten path destination there.
Well, I think that I have to kind of get in the key signature things. You have to come to the Oregon coast. You have to eat some Oregon seafood. I don't know if people are aware, but like the Dungeness crab, the Oregon Dungeness crab, and tuna and shrimp, those are all sustainably caught in Oregon, so you could feel good about all the food.
Yes.
And then a little secret that people don't know about yet is Oregon truffles.
Really?
These are the black truffles that they grow in France. We can find them here in Oregon, and they're becoming, there's a truffle festival every year, but if you're into foraging, and we already have mushrooms and shiitakes and all that, but come out and get some dogs, because we use dogs here to find them, and get yourself some Oregon truffles.
Judiaann Woo, she is from TravelOregon.com. Our thanks to you for hanging out with us, Judiann. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks so much.
All right, take care. Have a great Sunday. You can learn about Judiaann Woo and TravelOregon.com. Hit up the website or go to EatDrinkExplore.com. Stick around. Next hour, we'll be talking to folks from the Can Van, Domaine Shandon, and more. Adam Montiel filling in for Randy White, Patty Pyburn, and I with Eat, Drink, Explore.